You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 84. And boy, did I love that trailer. Oh, I love that trailer. You know, I'm really excited for Wonder Woman. And boy, you know, let me tell you, again, I said it in my last video with the Batman, but I'm going to reiterate. DC fandom did a great job of kind of getting people excited. But overall, to add to that is just the excitement that I just feel like we're kind of on the horizon of getting our entertainment back. You know, going back to the movies, everything reopening. I kind of feel like that's on the horizon. And knowing that we have so many great things coming, you know, I'm kind of getting back into the excitement of just talking about not only just Godzilla, but just superhero movies and maybe even some TV shows and things of that nature. So Wonder Woman 84 trailer was so awesome. I mean, when she's swinging in the sky using the lightning bolts, I mean, that was just so cool. You know what I mean? It was just so good. And I got to say, this trailer definitely got me excited for the movie. More than anything, I already know what to expect from Gal Gadot at this point. Kristen Wiig. Now, here is a comedy actress that is now in a movie that is a little bit more serious. Maybe a lot more serious. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how they're going to present her character. But Kristen Wiig, I've always found her to be very funny and very entertaining. And when I saw her cast for this role, I thought it was a very interesting selection, you know? But I got to tell you, from what I've seen so far, I'm very excited to see what she's capable of in a role that's not necessarily... I'm sure she'll have lighthearted moments where she throws a jab or she says a one-liner. But I think for the most part, it's going to be a more serious role for her. And I'm very excited to see that because I've always been a Kristen Wiig fan. I know what everybody feels about Ghostbusters, but if you know Kristen Wiig, she's done a lot more than just Ghostbusters. And most of it's been comedy. I thought Cheetah looked fantastic. I was a little concerned midway through the trailer when they're showing her first face down with Wonder Woman. And she's wearing kind of like a cheetah like clothing, like spotted clothing. And I'm like, ooh, I hope that's not what they are going to go with in this movie. But then later on, you see her in full cheetah mode, man, and she just looked incredible. So I'm really excited to see Kristen Wiig. And, you know, it's going to be an interesting story because one of the things I caught from the trailer was the idea that there seems to be, I'm going to assume, a villain. Again, not a huge DC lore person, so take that, you know, I mentioned that in my last video. I've more or less focused on some of the main characters, a couple of the comics, primarily mainstream media in terms of movies and maybe TV shows and cartoons. But I heard a voice, which I'm assuming is a villain, talking about having anything you want in this life and things of that nature. So I'm wondering if there's a link there with the return of Steve Trevor. Because really, at least as far as I know, up to this point, there still is no big, at least reveal. Maybe there's been a couple of leaks out there, and I'd like to avoid that. But there seems to be no story element so far that we know of, as far as I know. Again, it could be out there. Maybe I didn't find it. Maybe I missed it, of why he's back. But when you see that there seems to be a villain there that is, I guess, capable of doing things that are otherworldly, I guess, for lack of a better term, then I'm interested to see where the story goes. You know, yes, I'm interested to see Wonder Woman face off against Cheetah. I'm very interested in that dynamic, but also the narrative of Steve Trevor, because obviously this takes place early in the 80s. We know or see nothing of Steve after this, you know, later on in the future, you know, when you look at the Justice League and things of that nature. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to affect Wonder Woman. And one thing I absolutely love about Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is she does such a good job, especially in the first movie, of playing the innocence, you know, not knowing, still learning. You know, now, of course, in this movie, we can assume that she's learned a lot in many years. But maybe this element with Steve Trevor coming back will play on some remaining gullibility that Wonder Woman might have. And I'm interested to see how the character grows from that, how that develops. Gal Gadot, it's incredible because here's another DC character that got mauled when she was casted, and I could certainly understand why. When you look back, I mean, she's done Fast and the Furious, and even in those movies, she was more or less eye candy. But she has really come into her own. She has owned this character, and she just makes you love her. You know what I mean? She just makes you just endear towards her on screen. It's so wonderful to see. And I'm not saying that she's like, oh, she should win an Oscar. And I'm not saying she's bad at acting either. She's actually gotten very good. But this role, it almost seems like she was just like made for this role. She's done so well. You know, you look at, compared to someone like Captain Marvel, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I think a lot of people would argue Brie Larson's a good actress. She's obviously won an Oscar, but there was not that same feeling for me personally, with Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. I'm not going to get into the whole woke thing. I know there's people that feel that way, but I'm trying to be as fair and as objective and critique it as possible without that. Like Brie Larson, I mean, the only movie I saw her in before Captain Marvel was Kong Skull Island. She was fine in that movie. I had no issues with Brie Larson in that movie. And then in Captain Marvel, it just seemed like it was almost too much, like almost trying too hard. Like she had something to prove. Where Gal Gadot just kind of rolled into this character. She owned it, and she's having fun. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way. You could tell she's just having fun playing this character. And when the character or when the actress or actor is having fun with what they're doing, it resonates on screen. And then you feel that. You know what I mean? So again, that's just my opinion. With Brie Larson, I didn't feel that. With Brie Larson, I felt like she was really determined to kind of prove she could do it, when I don't think she needed to. She's obviously she's a capable actress. She just didn't look like she was having as much fun. A lot of people say, hey, well, that's the character. Maybe so. Maybe they should have directed it a little differently. So, but we'll see. Brie Larson will get another chance in the next Captain Marvel movie. So, but Wonder Woman 84 looks so good. It's right around the corner. I'm so excited to see it. And this is one of the DC movies that I gotta say, I like it better than some of the Marvel movies. I'm gonna be very honest there. I know people are gonna wonder, oh, which ones? Maybe I'll share that on stream at some point, but I'm not gonna get into that detail now. But it's definitely one of my most favorite DC movie series going on right now in terms of Wonder Woman, the first movie. This one looking so good, and I can't wait to see what they have in the future. Plus, she's just been awesome in the other movies. She was a standout, in my opinion, in Batman vs. Superman. And even in Justice League, for all the criticism that movie has, and even I've been 6 to 1, half a dozen about the original original Justice League. There's some elements about it I like very much, and there's some elements where I'm like, God, please, God, no. But overall, Gal Gadot has been a consistent Wonder Woman that has performed and has entertained from the moment she started up to this point. So I'm not expecting anything less of this movie. I think it looks really good. It's probably my most excited, the one DC movie I'm most excited for from that we've seen in fandom, and it's right around the corner, which is very exciting. So, but yeah, DC's fandom, once again, very good. I'm very, very happy with what I've seen so far. And Wonder Woman, I'm most excited for. I just love how Gal Gadot has just taken that character. She's just fun to watch. I just love watching her play the role because you can tell she loves doing it. So, but anyway, guys, that's it. How do you feel about Wonder Woman 84? I'm also, like I said, looking forward to Kristen Wiig's performance and definitely the story as to how Steve came back. Again, I'm sure there are leaks out there. Maybe there's more information, but I'm kind of happy I don't know because I kind of want to go into it blindly. So please, please don't put anything in the comments in terms of spoilers. I would appreciate that. Anyway, that's it for this video. You guys have a good one. Let me know in the comments, how did you feel about DC fandom overall, and how do you feel about Wonder Woman 84? Where does it rank among some of the most anticipated things coming from DC? We also have another DC event coming September 12th, I guess, for more like TV shows and maybe some comics and things of that nature. But let me know in the comments. Until next video, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.